everyone. My name is Bill Glassman. I'm 48 years old and I have epilepsy. This all began 10 years ago while living on the island of Maui. One day I was talking on the phone and all of a sudden I started speaking gibberish. I don't know why, I don't know how, I just know it started happening. There's nothing I could do about it. I was just out of control. I knew it was happening, but I couldn't stop it. So I called my doc immediately, and he says, immediately go see a neurologist. I didn't know what a neurologist was, but I made an appointment and I went in immediately. While in the doctor's office, the neurologist said to me, we need to schedule an MRI and an EEG. And I said, what is that? Well, he scheduled one for me, but it was not for 2 weeks. So I went home and I looked up on the internet what an EEG and an MRI was, and I got scared. So the next morning I went back to his office and found that there's no way I'm going to be able to get in any sooner. So I immediately hopped on a plane and went to Honolulu, where they have more doctors and more MRIs and more EEGs, because on the island of Maui they don't have that much. And I was able to get everything done in one day and more. They also checked my carotid artery. And they said, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. And I was a little worried because I was getting ready to leave and go on vacation for a month and leave the country and go outside the United States. But they assured me that I was fine. And well, 2 weeks later, while I was on the airplane, on my way to South America, on my way down to Brazil, I got my first seizure, my first grand mal seizure. I was on the airplane talking to the passenger next to me, and I decided to doze off and take a nap. And all of a sudden I woke up, and the flight attendant had a mask of air on top of my face and had said to me, you just had a grand mal seizure, and the airline's not going to allow you to continue flying until you get a doctor's note that you're okay. I turned and I looked at the passenger next to me who I'd been talking to earlier. He didn't want anything to do with me. I was all of a sudden an outcast. I was this person that nobody wanted to talk to. The airline, the person next to me, I had no idea what had happened. Luckily, since I had an 8-hour layover, and I had a friend that was going to meet me there at the airport, and we were going to go out and have dinner together, now we decided to go to the doctor instead. And I went and visited the doctor in Miami, and was given an overdose of medication. I remember getting out of the doctor's chair after being given a bag of Dilantin and seeing double, but being assured that I won't have any more seizures now, and given a prescription of medication, and being told, you're fine, you can travel anywhere you want to go now, and given a doctor's note for the airline. And the next day I was able to travel. I don't know why I did it, but I did travel, and I went back down to Brazil and continued my trip. I do remember, though, returning to Maui after my vacation, and I'll never forget sitting in an open house trying to sell this condominium and having a seizure while sitting at my open house. And all of a sudden, a potential buyer walks in, and he's looking at me while I'm having a seizure in my couch, sitting there, trying to sell this beautiful condo overlooking the ocean. And the potential buyer is trying to talk to me, and I couldn't say a word. Nothing would come out. And he's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? You're on drugs. No, I'm actually having a seizure right now, but I couldn't say a word. And I'm trying to show him my medical ID bracelet, and I couldn't even move my arm, I couldn't say a word, and I just, I was having a seizure, but they didn't get it. And he took the flyer that he had taken as a handout, ripped it up, threw it at me, and ran out of the condominium. By the time I was coming to and got over my seizure, I got up out of my couch and ran to the door, or walked to the door slowly. I saw him drive off. It was too late. Nothing I could do about it. And that was just one of many episodes that I had while having epilepsy. Another one that I remember too well, and scary, but lucky today to be here, was after swimming in the Peely Bay and snorkeling and looking at the beautiful fish and turtles. I took about 3 steps onto the shore, and all of a sudden I fell to the ground on shore and had a grand mal seizure. Had it happened in the bay that day, I probably wouldn't be here today telling the rest of the story. But I'm lucky, I am. And lucky to have my beautiful daughter, Bianca Lonnie Glassman, who was born in the islands. And this wouldn't have happened without my beautiful wife, Joelma, which I'm real lucky to have. And the 3 of us together are here to ask you for something special. And that is to take part of the Epilepsy Foundation, San Diego County, Sharon's Ride 2012 walk, ride run walk this year, which is going to be down at San Diego Bay. And it's going to be on April 15th this year. And it's real simple to sign up this year. And as you can see on the page there, my sign-up page is real easy to sign up and be part of. And we'd love to have you sign up, even if you can't participate, but we'd love to have you sign up. Because we'd love to have you be part of our team, because we want to have as many people as we can there. Last year we had only 2,000 people. That's not enough. We want to have 4,000 this year. And if you can't make it, a donation's okay too. But we'd love to have you and look forward to seeing you. Aloha.